Good. See everybody on tape? Or are you safer on the chair? When you stand on it, it goes down, though. It doesn't move. It might be better than the chair.
I wanna be a part of it.
you recording?
Very, very difficult to talk or even think when someone else is competing with you, so I would appreciate being quiet, being good listeners. I am going to be very brief because we have a program this morning that really stars some of our children, and I don't want to take away from their spotlight at least. Somewhere, sometime, I read one of the saddest things in the world to hear someone say is, I never knew my grandparents. If you reflect on that for a moment, maybe personally, I think you will get to the meat of what that statement means. I knew only one grandfather, on my mother's side. I didn't know my grandparents on my father's side. But I remember sitting on his lap, filling his pipe, occasionally lighting it for him. My mother and father would have killed me, I think, if they knew that I had that privilege with him. But a fine man and someone that I had a lot of fun with. I was the age of these children. My grandfather was in his 80s, so I knew an old grandfather. Age has nothing to do with being a grandparent. You can be young, or you can be older. And if you reflect on what being a grandparent means to you, then I think you'll have just a little touch of why schools in the past 5 or 6, 7 years or so have made an effort to bring grandparents into the picture. For some children, the best guidance and direction comes from their grandparents. I'm delighted to have the problem that we have this morning with children seated on the ledge. And first assembly program in the history of this school. And we've had to have children seated in a cluster in the front. I think you have the best seats in the house, don't you? Okay? You don't think so? I don't know. Once I get out of the way, I think you're going to be able to see well. I hope you can appreciate that, particularly in the primary grades, I did go to the classrooms and ask if the grandparents would help us so that the young children would not have a big person right in front of them. But we've made it. Everyone is in the room, and it seems to be holding up all right. It's going to be a long program, so I'm going to end at this point. I welcome you, and I trust that you will enjoy the efforts of the assembly program that you're going to see this morning. Now, I have a job to do. I'm going to be number one in the assembly, but before I start that, Mr. Gastione, Ms. Nicolai, would you please? Mr. Gastione, did you want to say something, Mr. Gastione?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Up here, we have a bubble machine that you might miss. Did you see that when the bubbles started coming up, children? And I also saw what everyone did, and they ran after the bubbles, and that's what everybody usually does. So now that you see what the bubbles look like when they come out, when that happens during the show, we're going to ask you to please stay seated, okay? Because then that could be dangerous if kids go on stage. Okay. We have a very nice program planned for you. Ms. Nicolai, you want to say anything?
Not now, later.
All right, I'm the first person on the program, and I really wanted to do this from my office, but we had a dry run this morning, and we threw out our amplification system, so we're going to do it from here.
In planning our show today for Grandparents' Day, we have a member of the Senior Citizen Center, the Normal Senior Center, Joe Sina, who helped us very, very much with our dances and put in many, many hours. And I'd like Jennifer Nickel now to come up, and she has something for Joe.
It was a pleasure working with you and children also. I enjoyed every moment of it. And the parents that are here today and the grandparents should be very proud of the students who are in the program and also of the children in the audience. They're really a great group, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
You have to pretend that I'm not here, all right? I'm in my office. Are we ready, Mr. Gatchon?